Money, Money, Money by ABBA could easily be about many musicians.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single penny left for me. That's too bad.
The money-making tune 40 years later isn't identical, but it rhymes. The game evolved from selling records to tapes to CDs, but now it's much bigger. Consider this. American musicians falling in the middle of the pack earn between $20,000 and $25,000 a year. Most can't cover living expenses without a side gig, and even big-name artists need multiple revenue streams. We're talking streaming apps, concerts, hawking merch on Instagram. Online streaming isn't all that lucrative, in truth. Psy's Gangnam Style reportedly made $2 million from 2 billion YouTube views. Getting paid in the music biz can only be described as Byzantine. It involves complicated formulas, 2 kinds of copyrights subject to exceptions, and sometimes it's hard to figure out who owns what. But basically, the money pie is sliced pretty thinly for artists. Here's a simple example. Music royalties for US album sales. They depend on how famous you are. This info comes from the book All You Need to Know About the Music Business by lawyer Donald Passman. You have new artist, someone who's never signed a big record deal before or sold more than 100,000 albums per release. They get between 13 and 16% of wholesale price. Mid-level artist, the last album sold between 200 and 400,000, or a new artist with a lot of buzz, think millions of streams on YouTube. They get between 15 and 18% of wholesale price. Then you have the superstar. Sales from 750,000 and up, and they have massive social media followings, millions of streams. They get between 18 and 20% or more, but rarely over 20%. Let's put this into real numbers. If the wholesale price is $9 and the royalty is 15%, then the artist's take is $1.35. Sorta. The artist, in this example, has to then pay the producer a royalty of 3 to 4%. Mixers get a flat fee or a royalty of up to 1%. And you've probably heard a ton of revenue comes from writing music, because it pays royalties in perpetuity no matter who performs it or where. The site DIY Musicians explains, a song download usually pulls in 9 cents. The songwriter and publisher, the one who distributes the music, typically split that 50-50. If the song is then re-recorded by another artist in the future, another 50-50 split for them. We've seen this before. Whitney Houston, she covered Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You, becoming a smash hit, one of the biggest of the 90s. Dolly wrote the original song, so she gets money from her own version, the original, as singer and songwriter, plus Whitney's version as the songwriter. The Music Modernization Act will soon streamline the whole payment process for the digital age, somewhat, but it doesn't fully kick in until 2021.